Hello students, it's Miss Reed. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to tell you about the one and only good thing about the Articles of Confederation, and that was a law called the Northwest Ordinance. So in today's video, you're going to be able to explain how that Northwest Ordinance set up the procedures for expansion of the United States. All right, so let's begin by getting a little bit of a hook for kind of what this law is about. So this law is a set of requirements for territories to become states. So I'm going to show you guys a clip from a movie called Mean Girls, where Katie is a new girl at school and she wants to join the cool group, which is called the Plastics. And you're going to see the Plastics explain some of the requirements that she has to follow in order to be officially accepted into her group. So as you watch this video, listen up for what those requirements are.
Having lunch with the Plastics was like leaving the actual world and entering Girl World. And Girl World had a lot of rules.
You can't wear a tank top 2 days in a row, and you can only wear your hair in a ponytail once a week. So I guess you pick today. Oh, and we only wear jeans or track pants on Fridays. Now, if you break any of these rules, you can't sit with us at lunch. Well, I mean, not just you, like any of us. Okay, like if I was wearing jeans today, I would be sitting over there with the art freaks. Oh, and we always vote before we ask someone to eat lunch with us because you have to be considerate of the rest of the group. Well, I mean, you wouldn't buy a skirt without asking your friends first if it looks good on you.
I wouldn't?
Right. Oh.
All right, I hope you thought that clip was funny. It was one of my favorite movies from when I was younger. But again, you see that there were requirements for Katie to join this cool group called the Plastics, and that same idea is going to apply for the Northwest Ordinance. And speaking of ordinance, that's going to be one of the important vocabulary words you need to understand. So ordinance is just a law or regulation, a fancy word for a law. Another word you're going to see in this video is that word requirement. We just talked about that's something that is needed or must be done. And then lastly, that idea of a territory, which is an area of land that's owned by a country. All right, so what does this all have to do with this Northwest Territory or the new kid at school coming into the United States? Well, after the Treaty of Paris ended in after the Treaty of Paris of 1783 ended the Revolutionary War, the United States had new territory or land that didn't officially belong to any state. So it's this territory up here where you can see it's kind of near the Great Lakes region of the United States today. And it's called the Northwest Territory because at that time it was considered the northwest part of the country. So the question was, the new nation had to decide what are the requirements going to be for this territory to follow before it can officially become new states in the Union. All right, so here are the 4 requirements in the Northwest Ordinance, or the rules, to join the United States. First, it's going to be an orderly procedure for adding new states, which basically means each of these territories, they have to write their own little mini constitutions in order to become part of the United States. Second, you have to have a population of at least 60,000 people in your territory in order to apply for statehood. Remember, population is a super important piece of representation in our government. Next, the Northwest Ordinance is going to resolve any disputes or fights, conflicts over land between these areas. And lastly, and I think most important part of the Northwest Ordinance, is that this Northwest Ordinance is going to outlaw slavery in the Northwest Territory. So Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, those states have never had slaves as part of their history, which is kind of a cool fact of this Northwest Territory. Very few places in the United States can boast that they have not had slaves ever in their history. All right, I hope this video helped you understand the Northwest Ordinance, and good luck on your assignment.